When I was about 12 years old, I started to feel pain in my head that was unlike anything I'd ever felt before. I was very lucky because my father is a migraine neurologist, and so the pain was managed very quickly and was taken very seriously, and I was very lucky because I got that diagnosis. I think lots of adolescents with migraine don't receive a diagnosis for a very long time because it's more of an invisible chronic illness. I remember my first homecoming dance I missed. I came down with this awful, awful attack, and I remember sitting in bed crying at the pain. But primarily crying because I was frustrated. I was 16. I should have been out having fun and dancing with my friends, and I was in bed. I felt like my body had given up on me a little bit. I was very frustrated that migraine began to, instead of being an aspect of my life, it started to control my life a little bit. I was consistently worried about missing something or being unable to achieve something because of a migraine. So it's been a very long journey of trying medicines, having these less than ideal side effects, and moving on to new medicines. I told my father a little bit about how I was frustrated with the medication, and I said to him, I had read some things about wearable products. And I had sent him a couple, and he said, these look fine, but someone in the office just brought up a new treatment called the Nerivio Ren wearable. And he said, I think it might be a better option for you. The impact that the Ren wearable had on my life was a sense of safety. There was a safety net there. I knew at all times that I had it in my bag, in my purse, in my book bag, that if a migraine were to hit, that I would have something to help me. I work in fashion, and I'm on the go all the time at work. So having the Ren wearable is really great because it's something that I put on my arm and then I can keep running. Big part of why I get frustrated from my migraines is I get super nauseous, and the medicine sometimes doesn't help. That can really take away from enjoying a nice meal. The Ren wearable doesn't give me any of those side effects, and it lets me stay in the places I want to be and doing, like cooking a big meal. I think fear is a massive word that comes to mind with migraine. The fear that it's going to hit you out of nowhere, and the fear that it's going to take you out of your routine or your experiences. And with the Ren wearable, that fear is really quelled. And while it's unlucky that I have this condition, I was so lucky with a neurologist available to me. I realized that if it's this hard for me with help and with privilege and with understanding and with compassion, then how hard is it for someone who doesn't have those things?